Family, what up? Thanks for being here, all that good stuff. I wasn't gonna do a video on this situation, but we do have to discuss something in this video. We have to discuss this podcast. No jumper. I don't know why people are so surprised or shocked or anything like that. We've seen this guy cycle through members like it ain't nothing. We knew what the 22ster was about, and we really knew how he felt about people. I'll leave it at that. Bricc Baby has no right, and I gotta stand with Adam on this one. Bricc Baby has no right to expect anything other than moral support from Adam. You're not working, why should you still get paid for work? Why are you mad at me because I hadn't put money on your books or anything like that? And when you lied to me, I gave you 10 grand. You said that you needed it for bail or bond or whatever, and you never even had bail or bond. On top of the racks that he lent to him after that. I'm gonna tell you something. Real talk. Dude, that's what happens when you got too much time on your hands. Bro's in there with too much time and he's not thinking rationally still. He should be detoxed and level-headed, but I don't know. Making a move like that, I don't know. And for real, you might have pushed away the one solid person financially that would be there for you. But then it makes you think, like, he talked about how he got $1 million annual income, and yeah. Let's get to this video, you guys. Just a few clips from Adam, and we're gonna critique this. Let's go.
The one thing, man, I ain't fighting life. You know what I mean? It's gonna be over one day. You know what I mean? Hey, it's that big old deal, man. It's the Bricc, man. Why everybody laid up with their feet up out there vacationing, playing like they ain't got nothing for the kids, man. You already know we still keeping it strong. No, nothing from.
This call is from a federal prison.
Hey, sometimes it be a mental test to see where it's hard at in his chest, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, they use you, abuse you. As soon as you get out the way, they act like they ain't worried about losing you. You know what I mean?
You know, when he was calling, Adam, he ain't answering, or whatever the case may be.
Use you, abuse you. When you get up out the way, they don't care about losing you. Those are all things he did to himself. I don't know why people think or thought that Adam should have coached these people or had them, like, they're grown men. Dude didn't use you or abuse you. If anything, you might have got more out of him than he got out of you. Pause. But this is the thing. All them crash outs and all them rants and all that other shit, we see where it got him. And if you're listening to the video, you hear a baby in the background and everybody's so quick to talk about kids this, family that. None of these dudes with new babies thought about them and new babies when they were acting tough on this dude's platform. I just don't understand how people can be mad at Adam for what other grown-ups say. Because at the end of the day, they'll tell their homeboy, no. Or you asking too much. Damn, you nosy, what you the police? Yeah, that's what they'll do. But get in front of the world on this man's platform, you're gonna tell it all. And then some. And then some more. Yeah, we keep the packs at 1348 Cedar Avenue. You know, my homeboy Johnny Jones Johnson, he got them in. We get them every week, USPS. They come at 3:48 p.m. right on the block, right here. Matter of fact, Cedric, he the postman. He bring them every time. Like, okay, you gave us the whole rundown. Thank you. Like, yeah. Anyway, let's go.
He's calling people, and they not picking up. Now they're avoiding him. Why is that? Boy, why ain't you answering Bricc calls? You ain't doing nothing right. Y'all been making content about them for the last 2 weeks. Why is it that he ain't?
Now this dude's sharp. Bricc flipped on him too. And it's shame on Bricc that he's calling Sharp now, because when Adam and Sharp fell out, Bricc stopped messing with Sharp how he messed with him, but he messed with him on the slide. Then he just cut him all the way off. Now you're in jail with too much time on your hands and a whole bunch of thoughts. Now you want to reach out. Now you want to talk about the person that you fell out with this guy. Y'all get what I'm saying. What's the point? Bricc has always been fickle as I don't know what. We were in Atlanta. I was with the Migos and all of them. We were QC. He was just him. Next thing you know, you would have thought he came up from day one like we all had. No, you're not a day one. Then the little BMF in a moment and really severing ties. Anyway, let's go.
Have borrowed money from me. Like, that's just not really the kind of relationship that I like to have with people who work for me. You know, if it is an emergency, okay, we could do something. But for the most part, this is just not really how I get down. You know, it's like I don't like to have that kind of thing going on. I pay you for your service and you do the job and we're good. But as far as taking out loans consistently, constantly throughout our relationship so far, but I say all that to just set the stage. Then he gets locked up and people are pretty much automatically, you know, suggesting in the comments, people talking about it on podcasts, is Adam going to pay for his lawyer? Is Adam putting money on his books? Whatever. And I'm going to be real with you. For like the first month that he was locked up, he didn't ask me for shit. He didn't say anything about it, which I kind of appreciated because I feel like if I just gave you $2,000 like immediately before you got locked up, it is kind of weird for you to get locked up and then be like, hey, like, can I have even more money, especially given this prior debt? Because my thing is like, if you want to get an official verdict on how I'm willing to help you out financially, in addition to what I've done for you previously, I feel like you should be upfront about that. I've talked to Bricc on the phone a whole bunch of times since he's been locked up, including like the day before this video came out, and it was none of this energy at all. And in addition to that, we've got people like Sharp, who don't got a pot to piss in, who ain't done nothing for Bricc, who can't do anything for anybody because he's dead broke. He's coming out, making YouTube videos, doing streams where he's passing judgment on what I've done for Bricc. Keep in mind, I've had Bricc on salary for 2 years straight. Even when he was missing shows, even when he was out of town doing whatever, never fronted on him in terms of the money. Now we've got Sharp, who, you know, Sharp has never done anything besides women and be ugly, and he's out here trying to cast judgment on me. This is the first and only source that I've heard from that has specified this in any way. Do I have concerns about Bricc Baby returning to the platform? Yes, obviously, that would be kind of interesting, and I would wonder about the level of heat that it would draw to the building. Obviously, things like the gun that they saw in his waistline that I didn't see and that I don't think the comments saw, but that was pointed out in his bail hearing that he had a strap on him. That kind of thing is the kind of thing that I would want to really be on point with.
All right, we're going to end it right there. Now, the thing about that strap is you're supposed to get checked when you go into no jumper. And we've seen people complain about not being able to get the strap in. Now, it was something else that he said. Hold on real quick. Let's see. To have conversations with this man and then still run to their internet and talk about this man, that's diabolical. But you're not addressing your true issue with this man. But you gotta keep in mind that he owes this man. Why does this dude feel so entitled to keep getting money from another man, his supervisor? You already 8 racks in the hole. You ain't said nothing about paying me back. Real talk. And what gets me, y'all, is they run around talking about their gangs and all that stuff, and they're dependent on people that aren't even in gangs. What does that tell y'all? It's a valuable message in there, I promise you. But Adam is not wrong. Point blank, period. You're not gonna get paid and you're not working. And my hands are tied, bro. I've 8 racks, come on. I done been there for you numerous times. And I ain't got nothing back. At all. It really ain't too much said nothing about getting it back. But now that we're here and you're handling it like that, let me go ahead and, you know what I mean, sever this relationship. People burn bridges and they can't even swim. Make it make sense. I'm out. Peace.